can't rememorize. What's that? Memorize.
Memorized. I mean, until left the class.
Oh,
That's a clip!
Wait, what?
Here we go, guys. Clips galore. It's time to lock in. Me.
Man, DJ just casually left my. Oh, damn. DJ
That's a
casually
clip.
left my dude open. Why did he not?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen what the build can do in the clips right before this, and now I'm going to show you how to make this monster of a point guard. It is good for ISO, it is good for screen, it's good for anything you need to do. So keep it locked here. I'm going to show you everything you need to know. All right, 6'5", 206 pounds, 6'5" wingspan. All that is important because it will basically make your caps do what they need to do to make this build what it needs to be. All right, so let me run you down the attribute points here. We got an 88 driving dunk and an 81 driving layup. Those two are important. The rest should take care of itself. But you see the rest on your screen. We got a 74 cloak shot, a 40 standing dunk. That's actually important because this does get standing dunks when I run the back doors or whatever, or I'm cutting in rec. That's actually really important. All right. 94 three ball. The rest should take care of itself except free throw, which we're going to put at a 75 so that way you can hit free throws when you're in the rec. That is really necessary. All right. We got an 86 ball handle and an 86 speed with ball. Very important attributes. You need those for the dribble moves, and you need those for badges. So make sure you lock in on those. 75 pass act. The reason that we go 75 on pass act is because what you actually need for pass act is a 75 so that you can cap it up to 80. Okay? Or not 80, 85. So we're trying to get to 85 on this. You'll see that here in a minute. But that's the goal. So you get 75, and it's going to give you plus 2s across the board till you get to 85. All right, so that's the goal eventually. We don't have that yet on the build, but you guys will see here in a minute. All right, so we got a 75 perimeter and a 60 steal. Those are the main attributes that you need for this portion. But the 63 interior does help. I do get a lot of stops. I'm not going to lie. I get a lot of stops in this build inside. So you guys are definitely going to want to lock in on those attributes. Don't forget that 40 block too, because the block is really important for this because you do get a surprising amount of blocks on a build like this, especially when you got two-way. Like, you're actually going to be able to block something. So make sure you get that. Nothing really to speak of here. Speed, agility, very important. Okay, make sure you end up with an 83 agility. I'm probably actually going to cap that up to 90 plus once I get all the cap breakers necessary to do so. Okay. 80 vertical so that you get your posterizer where you want it to be. And I'm going to be honest with you, I call myself the best rebounding guard on 2K, and it's a lot to do with my vertical. I can get up there, man. It's really good when you actually can jump and get a rebound over like size players or maybe even a little bit bigger. Like, I've been known to snag on some centers. So all of these attributes are very important. That's the build. We're going to show you a little bit more detail here in a minute about the cap breakers. So make sure you tune in for that. But this build is one that can do everything you need to do on the game. So make sure you lock in with it. And let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed the build and the build video. And I'll be sure to pump out some more for you. Alright? Next in the video is going to be the cap breakers, why and where. Alright guys, one last thing to get the build video right for you guys, alright? I'm actually going to show you what badge perks that we're using and where we're putting all of our plus ones and stuff, because I think that's important for you guys to understand, because not everybody knows where that stuff should go. So I'm going to teach you guys right now, alright? You're going to plus 2 your lightning launch. Why is that important? It's super important because you want to be as fast as possible with that ball in your hand. Okay, the lightning launch is the badge that drives that this year, so make sure you plus 2 that. I also plus 2 my dimer because I love having dimer on Hall of Fame. It's a great badge, helps your team, and it will get your guys' shooting percentages just that little bit higher that you need it to be in order for you to win some games. Alright? The next thing that we're going to talk about is our plus ones here. I like to dunk the ball, y'all. I know y'all probably see highlights of me hitting threes, but trust me, I dunk the ball. I just don't get a lot of clips of me dunking because I dunk a lot, right? So it's really not that clip worthy to me. I think me popping people for threes is clip worthy, but not really that much on the dunks. But I do get a lot of dunks on this build. I get a lot of putbacks. I get a lot of all that stuff. And these two badges right here are really going to help you with that, all right? We plus one Challenger and Pogo Stick. And I mentioned at some point, I think, in the video that I get a lot of stops in the paint. Pogo Stick really helps with that. Okay, it's a very important badge for that. And also Challenger, because like I said, I started this build during the 7-4 meta when every 7-4 was being like the greatest player since sliced bread. So you gotta be able to jump in their face, and Gold Challenge is gonna help you do that. These two don't really matter, but in tight situations, if I gotta play defense, I want all ball menace to be higher and off ball pass because that's gonna help you stop backdoors. That's why I put these two here, because late game is normally when I'm gonna get my takeover. We haven't unlocked the build specialization stuff. You guys know I'm doing playmaking on this build, so it's hard to do. All right, I ain't gonna lie. I've been on this build a lot, and I still don't have it. I'll tell you what my specialization progress is here, and like we're pretty deep into the process. We only got like 2.5 left, a little less than that. Gotta win 28 more games with 5 or more assists, and then we gotta 1,500 and then 2,000. So I got like 3,500 assists after this one to get, and then I'll be there. So hopefully sometime in season 3 I'll get my build specialization done, and then I can show you guys maybe in a slightly better version of the build with those badges and attribute points and everything like that unlocked. Right. Thank you guys for watching this build video. This is one that I should have had done way earlier, but I don't know if you guys know this. They took my YouTube channel from me. I had got hacked. I'm back now, and you guys should start seeing regular uploads and streams all the time from your boy Glass, alright? Don't break nothing, y'all. I'm out. So we are back. Now we're going to look at the cap breakers on the build, and I'm going to show you guys why everything goes where it goes. Alright, so this is going to get you to a 93 drive and dunk when you 2 cap breaker this to a 93. It's very important for the build. You definitely want your posterizer up there, and it's one of those things that really makes the build a good ISO guard, and you can punish people at the rim. Right? Definitely need that. We got a 99 3 ball in this build, and the reason that we capped this to 99 is just simple put. We want them legend shooting badges. Alright? One of the things about this game is you got to be able to hit threes, and if you got to be able to hit threes, you need every badge where it needs to be in order to do so. I got Legend, Deadeye, Shifty Shooter, and Set Shot Shooter on this build, as well as Legend Limitless. So if I feel like letting it fly from deep, I ain't got no type of problems with this build. All right, so we're gonna eventually work up the pass act to 85. I think I mentioned that in the previous part of the video, but what it is that 85 is gonna give you bronze bailout, and if you're an ISO guard like I am, bailout is really really good. Okay, so we're gonna try to get that. It's been better in other years, but it's still important this year to have it. So that's what we're trying to do. The next thing that we capped up is going to be our perimeter. The reason I capped up perimeter early is because I just got tired of getting shot over during the 7-4 meta. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a time in 2K where every 7-4 was just pulling right in front of your face. So with this, if I jump in their face, which is what you pretty much have to do, I get gold challenger. So because I plus one it helps. I have silver defensive badges all across the board. It's good, right? It's not great. You're not like a lockdown on this. But if you don't have another dude to play defense for you, you can adequately play defense on this build, I promise. Alright, we got a 60 steal. That's going to be for lanes. We're probably going to not cap this up. But, that's just another thing. Agility is something that eventually I'm going to put caps to because I want to be able to be faster on defense. Strength maybe as well. Vertical, I doubt it, but maybe. It's one of those things. So that's how the cap breakers break down for the build. You guys can see in all of its glory what's going on here. I understand that like the top 2 attributes are cut off there, but you don't need to see close shot and driving layup because we're not putting caps into those. I'm not gonna lie. All right, don't break nothing, guys. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate all of you guys checking out this video. If you have, until I see you on the next one, we should have a big man video for you guys coming out pretty soon. Because I know a lot of you guys are bigs out there and you need something that holds you down. I got you covered. All right? Don't break nothing, y'all. We're out.